If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube or follow us here on Instagram. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today's November 19th, 2019. And today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the markets today, no big financial market news coming out today. But looking at the markets, first starting out with the currencies, we watched the euro and the British pound continue to rally to resistance yesterday, and they're just teasing us at that level. We're going to take a look. Perhaps it'll break higher. Now, this is happening on the back of the fact that the Dow Jones continues to edge higher, not by much, not rallying 200 to 300 points, but by 50 to 40 points, really a tight range, forcing and depressing the price of the dollar. Now, looking at commodities, gold pretty much unchanged, while oil remains strong, but not really rallying, and bouncing off of this resistance area. Now, lastly, looking at stocks, Facebook and Intel are on resistance, very similar graph to what's happening with the euro and the British pound, while Apple continues to surge higher to new all-time highs once again. So we have the FANG stocks that is still carrying us higher. So we're still in that bull market, okay? Even if we're edging out 50 points per day, if you string them along, it becomes, very significant. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to first take a look here at the Euro USD at a 4-hour chart. You can see that we're at that resistance level, 110.79-ish level. We're trading at 110.75 right now. So very tight to this range. Now, two things can happen. We could obviously retrace at this area, or we could break through. Okay, I don't believe that we'll, really just hang out at this area indefinitely. Okay, very important to understand. So you are looking for some messages, some clues to let you know which way we're going, and you're going to have to really rely on three things. Number one, the GBP, because the GBP has gotten stronger versus the US dollar. Number two, the price of gold. And number three, the Dow Jones. Very important components to really give us some indication which way this is going. Now, looking at the GBP USD, we're closing in at our all-time highs, a 129.80-ish level. We're at 129.60-ish, about 20 pips away from it. Now, again, I need to see some momentum here. We need to see some sort of confirmation this is going higher, because if it does, it will explode. It will take us back to this 132-ish level, no question, okay? So keep that in mind and keep this on your radar today. Now, looking at the price of gold, we're trading at 1470. We had a teaser yesterday. It looked like it was breaking down, going back to our 1448-ish level, but it didn't, okay? Nevertheless, doesn't mean that it still won't, okay? This has been very choppy trading with gold, and it's been very tricky because it hasn't always gone, all together, okay? We've seen it retrace significantly while the Dow Jones has gotten stronger significantly, but it kind of gives it some way, okay? And this is really indicative of what's happening in the Dow Jones right now, because if we look at the Dow Jones, it's just inching higher. It's not really breaking out higher. It's not giving us that 200 to 300 move, which is a good sign. And the reason I say it's a good sign is because it's being consistent. It's following through with volume, with activity in the market that is consistent, okay? And that's really important. That really shows us that it's a bona fide bull market, okay? It really is a bull market. Now, when we look at Apple, taking it higher yesterday to 266.5, another dollar. And remember, my target this year was 250, okay? I should repent for that, but, it's at 266. You can't ask for better than that, okay? Really a tremendous thing. Now, if we look at Facebook, this is what I'm talking about. We're at this second resistance level at this 197. We're faltering every time we hit it. Now, on the backdrop of Facebook, there's a lot of, news that's out there and concern in the market about it because, regulatory issues, some of its Libra talks are a little bit, challenging there. So the fact that it's not breaking out is completely understandable. But the question is whether or not it will at some point either, number one, break out, or number two, make a major correction, okay? And may fall out of the FANG, the F or the FANG stocks, and out of the glitter of where it's been over the past 6 years to 7 years, okay? So with that said, I really, I'm emphasizing this now because it's not going together with the rest of the market. It's not breaking out higher, and it's showing relative weakness. Now, when we look at Intel, we're at that highs again, okay? 58.65, so we're there as well and not breaking out higher, okay? This is also disconcerting as well. sell. Okay, while some of the other semiconductors are making new highs, the AMAT, the CLAC, those type of companies are still making higher. So the market is still getting stronger. It just means that Intel doesn't have as big as market as some of their competitors. Okay, but the markets are still making higher. So in a nutshell, you could play both sides. Once the market actually turns. Okay. Lastly, looking at Google, we retraced just a little bit. Okay, 1313 right now. But for all intents and purposes, it is on its all-time high. So, I expect the market to continue trading in this trend, unless there's a major sell-off or major news that's coming out this morning, we may taper off. Okay, so this environment is a little bit difficult because you don't want to chase the particular security up. You want to, get into it early enough for when there's a pullback in order to jump into that next wave and that next rally up. Okay, so with that said, just place your trades really very, very intelligently in key areas. Use your stop losses and definitely use your trailing stops and your take profits as you're making money on this way up. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.